te dovrò combattere, non ti si può pigliare come sei. I tuoi difetti sono talmente tanti che nemmeno tu li sai. Sei peggio di un bambino capriccioso, la vuoi sempre vinta tu. Sei l'uomo più egoista e prepotente che abbia conosciuto mai. Ma c'è di buono che al momento giusto tu sai diventare un altro. In un attimo tu sei grande, 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 le mie pene non me le ricordo più. Io vedo tutte quante le mie amiche, son tranquille più di me. Non devono discutere ogni cosa come tu fai fare a me. Ricevono regali e rose rosse per il loro compleanno. Dico sempre di sì. Non hanno mai problemi e son convinte che la vita è tutta lì. E invece no, la vita è quella che tu dai a me. In guerra tutti i giorni sono viva, sono come piace a te. Ti odio, poi ti amo, poi ti odio, poi ti odio, poi ti amo. Non lasciarmi mai più. Sei grande, grande, grande come te, sei grande solamente tu. Ti odio. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling,
Hello everyone,
it's
here is Giada Valenti. Today we are in Verona, as you see in the background. Well,
little darling,
it's just,
it feels like years since it's been.
go around the world with our brains. So
Here
today,
comes
every
the
Monday and Friday, I take you somewhere in the world. Of course, I am in Las Vegas. It's 2 p.m. here in sunny Las Vegas. 2 p.m., 5 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. Ore 23 per voi che ci guardate dall'Italia, ore 22 per quelli che ci guardano dall'Inghilterra, dall'Irlanda. And for you guys watching from Australia, a lot of you wake up early in the morning, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. depending on which side of Australia. So buongiorno a voi, good morning to you guys over there. It's Giada Valenti here from Las Vegas. And you see on the background today, I decided to take you to Verona. I was born and raised in Venice, Italy, which is only 1 hour from Verona, which is another beautiful city on the north of Italy. And Verona is very special for many, many reasons. You know, Venice is the city of love, but so it's Verona. It's the city where Shakespeare decided to make the story about Romeo and Juliet. It's a beautiful love story that somehow, when I was preparing for my show, you know, songs from the movie that I debuted in Las Vegas before Las Vegas closed down, I realized how many of those amazing love stories, they all ended up not very well. I mean, they may be together in heaven because, you know, if you see Romeo and Juliet, of course, they are not allowed to stay together because they are from two families, they are rivals, like in West Side Story, exactly the same way. So at the end, they both decided if we cannot be together in this country, in this earth, in the planet Earth, we're going to be together in heaven. So Romeo and Juliet decided to get out of this life together. And in the other hand, I don't think it didn't happen on West Side Story. I think they killed Tony, of course, but Mary decided to keep going on with her life. But it's funny how this amazing love story, they never have an happy end, but they do have an happy end in our life. Because yesterday was my from home concert, and you remember I celebrate a few wedding anniversary. Roseanne and Sherry, they celebrated their wedding. I don't know how many here actually, you girls being married together, but quite a few. And we had Diane Fiorentino and Sal, who celebrated 40 something a couple of weeks ago. And we are going to have soon Doug and Susie also celebrating quite a long amount of marriage. And by the way, if you want me to do something special for the people you love, also because Mother's Day is coming next week, I told you last week, and many of you were asking me, what is that? I joined this website called Cameo. It's cameo.com/Giada Valenti, if you want to look for me. It's basically a website for celebrity or people in the arts. Let's go people in the arts, or actors, singers, any kind of things, even people that are just famous, in the social media, whatever. And they do we have a problem with the microphone, Georgia?
You have to point it more towards yourself.
Forwards towards myself, like this. Is it better, guys, at home? Because JJ said the microphone was too far away. But anyway, I joined this website, and all these people that we are in the arts, we can do special greetings, messages. If we are singers, we can sing for you something special for the people you love. Nowadays we cannot go any place to buy a present unless we use Amazon and we ship it. Another way to do a present is that you, for instance, ask me to do something special for your mother or the person you love. So you basically go to Cameo /Giada Valenti. You see my greeting message that will explain everything what I'm basically saying. And I am just, you just basically say, hey, my name is Mario, and I would love to dedicate the song Mama to my mother, Maria. And I will be in front of a camera, and I'm going to say, hey, Mother Maria, your son has decided to have a special dedication for you. And then I said, when the evening shadows fall, or whatever other song you want me to sing. If it's a birthday, if it's a wedding anniversary, I can sing a piece of your wedding song. Of course, I can do whatever you want me to. And it's a very nice website. Actually, I have to thank my friend Daniel Ametz, that was one of my guests, for suggesting me to do that. It's very nice, it's very popular, and it's a new way to have a different present, because we can send flowers, we can send chocolate, and we can also have a special present like this one with something that is very personal, and they can see that it costs you a little money, it doesn't break the banks, it still is very personal and very thoughtful, I think. And so please, if you want me to do something special, just go there and cameo.com/Giada Valenti. And I think JJ also put the information at some point in the video, so you will be able to see that. And I'm very much looking forward to do whatever you want me to do for the special people in your life. How was your weekend? Sunday, yesterday, we had the From Home with Love concert. I think it was the 5th concert. We inaugurated yesterday the new system, and all of you agreed that the sound was much better. We had, of course, the background like this one. Yesterday we were in Venice at the La Fenice Theater in Venice, and you guys loved it very much. I sang a couple of very special songs for all of you guys that asked me to request me a couple of special songs. It's always a very much a joy for me, and we had an amazing time. Then last night I started watching this, actually finished watching this series on Netflix. If you have not seen it, it's called Godless. Godless, it's actually, I'm not much into Western movies and stuff like that, but it's a recently filmed mini-series. So it's only a couple of episodes, I think only one season, and I think 7 of 8 episodes. It's amazingly well filmed. The storytelling is very interesting, especially for us girls. You remember the old-fashioned Western where all those cities were with the men, the cowboys, right? And the girls were just at home cooking and taking care of the kids. But basically, the setting of the story, it's different, because in this little village, it started with a big disaster in a minery. So all the men died, and the whole village is only women. which is already funny. Only the sheriff and the vice sheriff, Whitey, which is a young kid, are over, and all the rest of the people in the village are women. So they have to keep the village safe from, of course, any kind of danger that is coming from across the Western world. And it's very interesting. I don't want to say much about it. If you haven't seen it, it's called Godless. And the camera work, you know, I have an eye for camera work because I'm always think I'm Fellini myself, but I always see everything in pictures, in images when I do my video and everything. And we were watching it together with JJ, we also come from film school, so we are very much into filming techniques. And the way they filmed the whole series Godless, it's amazing. The camera work, it's amazing, considering also that it's a television series. It's not even, it's a Netflix production, so it's not even meant for the big screen, you know, when they can have a big camera aerial shots or stuff like that. It's amazing. So if you have not seen it, please watch it. It's called Godless. I think it's 7 episodes. Episode is 1 hour each, and you don't want to leave your screen. You want to see from the beginning until the end how these women basically keep their village alive. I don't want to say much. There is a lot of stories. If I had written the story myself, I would have changed a couple of those love storylines again. I would have made some of them more kind of a happy ending, because there are a few, you know, love story that you can see they are flourishing, and then somehow I would have changed a few things. But you know me, I'm a romantic, I'm a positive, but nevertheless, Godless, it's amazing. And now I start watching something that I will be watching probably tonight. The first episode is called Hollywood. And there are some of my favorite actors on it. It's more like, if I understood well, it's like a parody of old Hollywood and how they made movie, which is very interesting for me. And so I will be watching that one, and I will be more than happy to share my opinion about that. Not that I'm a movie critic, but I mean, I'm always say I see it as the point of view of an audience. And Godless, believe me, considering that I'm not into Western, consider that it's amazing for different levels. I think it's a very clever script. What else did we do this weekend? So yesterday we sang, we celebrate with songs, all kind of amazing things. I've learned that I am a singer. So this is the sign for music, and this is a person. So I am a singer. So Diane told me that, and this is the applause. So yesterday I received a lot of applauses from you guys, and I thank you very much. And I also received a lot of donations. Some of you you're always generous just with your presence here every day, and some of you are generous every week with donation, which I appreciate very much, because even though I'm cheerful and positive, and I think we're going to get out of all these situations, for us artists, independent artists like me, it's a tough situation. First of all, because we are out of our work, so we are not doing what we love so much. And second of all, we don't know for how long, which is the uncertainty, the fact that we don't know, that really makes it scary for all of us. And of course, for me, for my musicians, I worry for everybody, the people on of the lights and the sounds, the people in the theaters. We don't know what is going to happen. So I cheered up every day, and you guys cheer up me very much, but I also appreciate very much your support. My friend Wes Roberts also did a donation yesterday. I sang for him the song of Michael McDonald, I Can't Let Go Now, which is a beautiful song. Thank you, Wes, for making me learn the song. And I saw him this morning, and he, of course, he made his whole family donating. Little things, some donated $5, some donated $2, some donated $100, some donated $200. So, guys, there is no limit. Yesterday I made fun, and Sonny Grosso Jr. said, "You mentioned 5 millions?" Yes, Sonny, if you want to give 5 million, go for the 5 millions. I will not send them back to you, but probably when this is over, I have to take you to a trip to Italy with me. Somebody gives me 5 millions? Well, I have good memory, even for 5 cents. So can you imagine for 5 millions? Talking of which, Verona. You know, every Monday I love to take you, and Friday when we are with our guest, I like to take you somewhere, nice places. I started, of course, with Holland, because last week was King's Day. So I took you to Amsterdam and some parts of Holland, and you guys loved it very much. Then I took you to Venice, and today I want to take you to Verona. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Verona. Verona is called La Città dell'Amore, the city of love. That's how we call them in Italy, because it's the city of Romeo and Juliet, because it's the city of amazing good winery. They have some wines that are exceptionally great. You can eat amazing food, and it's just like Venice. It's a city that is like an open air museum. Look at that. You can see on the background JJ showing pictures. It's just one of the most romantic, and it's small. Just like Venice, when you go to Verona, everybody imagine, because it's such a famous city, they imagine something big and crowded. It's never crowded. I was actually last year with my parents there, and JJ, we decided to go one day to Verona and the Lake of Garda and Sirmione, the Lake of Garda of all these little villages there. And we spent like one day traveling by car left and right, and it reminded me how beautiful is that part of Italy. Of course, we all know Venice. Look at the castle; it's just spectacular. And the view of when you are on the Lake of Garda, the lake is huge. There is the Lake of Como, the Lake of Garda. There are three big lakes all together. The Lake of Garda is the biggest one, and you have some beautiful villages all around. I call it villages, but they're like small city. And one of them that I went with my family last year was Sirmione. Sirmione actually was part of also the tour that I was supposed to do in October with all of you. And I always make a stop in Sirmione because they have all this castle with a view on the lake, and they have the most amazing gelato. You can find some little bars. Actually, they have a Via Mazzini, which is this street where you can shop like crazy, because they have, if guys, you love fashion, Verona has these little boutiques with all these beautiful stores, and they have a lot of these things that you see over there, gelateria we call them, where you have the most amazing homemade ice creams. They made ice cream with fruits, with chocolates, with gianduja, with all kind of things, and you can mix them together. You can try them, But one of the best things for me to do, and my mother would say, "You crazy, you!" I almost have an ice cream even before I order one, because I ask scoop of this, scoop of that, and then I go always for my favorite one. I love coconuts, il gelato al cocco mi piace da morire, so I ended up ordering the coconut ice cream, but I tried them all, the ananas, the strawberry, the chocolate, the bacio, the Nutella. I tried them all, the avocado. They have some pistachio, which pistacchio in Italiano, which I know JJ loves it. So, and you can mix them together, and then you can stroll around Verona, and they have some amazing flowers. We went last year in May. Actually, we went just a year ago. We were there, and I remember all flowers were blooming, and the colors when you walk around Sirmione, the blue of the water and the purple of the things, where you're strolling with your ice cream and you see this castle, is just amazing. And then of course we made also a stop in the center of Verona, because in the center of Verona they have some amazing restaurants. They are very, very traditional and old. Some of them have been built and open for more than 100 years, and they still serve the food of Verona. Verona is famous for, you see over there, this is one of the oldest one. Verona is famous for some dishes like risotto alla marrone. Verona is on the Veneto region, so it's famous for wines, white and red wine. And one of the most famous ones, this is the risotto alla marrone. It's a risotto made with Amarone wine, and butter and cream is delicious. And in those traditional restaurants, of course, they serve the risotto with Amarone. They're also famous for what it's one of my favorite dishes, the gnocchi. The gnocchi, they are these airy, fluffy things made with potatoes and flowers and salt, and they serve it with creams. So the gnocchi, and then they have polenta, of course, polenta made with all kind of different meat with sauce that they make there. They made a lot of sauce with meat. They are delicious, and there is some gravy. That you can call gravy. There is no sauce, that's gravy. And you see that is musetto with the polenta. It's kind of a little bit fat, but it's more kind of a winter dish, but they serve it in Verona all year round. And in those traditional restaurants in the center of the city, you can sit outside, and there is tourists, but it's never super crowded, and people in Verona are very friendly. I remember last year we were strolling around Verona with my parents, and we ended up stopping, just watching. They were doing something in a church, and we were wondering what it was, and a gentleman came to us. He was all dressed up, that's me and my parents in front of one of the castle in Sirmione, and this gentleman came to us, to me, my mom and dad and JJ, and he said, "Guys, you want to know what's going on?" I said, "Yes, what's going on?" And he told us all the story. They were about to do this procession to have like an inaugurations of a new museum piece that they got in, and he told us the whole story of Verona. and the guy could speak very good English, which is very surprising because the guy was maybe in the mid 60s, and then we ended up understanding that he was also a kind of a celebrity in Verona. He was a friend of the mayor, and that's all happened just because he saw us looking at this church that something was happening, and this is what happened in Verona. Then you have Piazza delle Erbe, where they have the biggest market for fruits and vegetables. That during the day, let's say, all the people from Verona, they go there to buy their vegetable, to buy their fruits. And then at night, of course, the mercato disappeared. And there are all these bars. And you see all the youngest coming in there, youngest and middle age, and they're all there eating like an aperitivo or eating some little things. I mean, Verona is a very beautiful place. So I cannot wait. Unfortunately, we have to move the trip. You guys have been asking. The trip that was supposed to be this October is going to be probably next year in October. And Verona and Sirmione and the Lake of Garda is always a place I love to stop for summer. Maybe JJ, you can find there is the balcony also. That that all Romeo and Juliet is fictional. I mean, Shakespeare got the idea of the story, even though there was a family and there were some problems, but Romeo and Juliet, it really didn't happen. But there is in Verona a house where they say was the house of Giulietta with the balcony, where apparently Giulietta was talking to Romeo. There is even a statue, as you can see, of Giulietta, and there is a statue of Shakespeare, because Shakespeare was visiting Verona often and he loved it and he got inspired because it's La Città dell'Amore. Wherever you go around Verona, I mean, you see people in love. I'm convinced that, if you have a fight with somebody and you live near Verona, you go to Verona, 10 minutes later, you are best friends again, and maybe you fall in love again. You ask her, it's a dangerous place. It's like Venice, but then in a smaller size. That's on the back of me and my mom and dad is l'Arena di Verona, which is another reason to visit Verona. It's like basically like the Colosseum in Rome, but then smaller size, and it's still in use. The Colosseum, you can only go there, and they don't do concerts, they don't do events anymore. But Arena di Verona is very famous because it's still they kept it like working. So in the summer they have a concert. They have, of course, the operatic season where you can see. My grandmother, she was a soprano. She always said there is nothing like seeing an operatic presentation in the Arena di Verona. It's open air, the blue sky, and they can make the stage look fantastic, and then you hear the sounds of the sopranos and the tenors and the costumes, and you cry. I know that my friend Rita Monte here from America, from the Profumi d'Italia, went I think 2 years ago, and I remember she texted me a picture and she said at a certain point it started to rain and nobody wanted to leave the Arena di Verona because it's something magical. But beside operatic concert, they also do popular concerts. Sting performed there, Alicia Keys, I think, because they have an operatic classical season, and then they have like a more of a pop season. So they also have amazing artists. And the arena, by the way, some of you were asking, the capacity is 22,000 people. So 22,000 people can sit outside. And I mean, you really sit on a piece of stone because they're not fancy chairs. So I always say, take something. On the front, yes, they have some chairs, but some chairs, are not super comfortable. But I mean, it's something magical. So I don't know if in the trip that we were planning this year, there was no performances at the Arena di Verona, but we always go inside to see it during the day. But I'm always thinking that it's really something special to see something in the Arena di Verona. Of course, it is one of my dreams also to perform there one day. I know several artists did it, and sometimes they do, benefit concerts and stuff like that, and I've been in contact several times with them to do something, so you never know. But for the moment, I have Verona on the back. It's the same background, by the way, JJ, that we have the picture with me and my mother. So only that one is made on sunset, and we took pictures during the day. And people are asking where they can find information about the trip. Well, guys, first of all, we're not flying this year. We're going next year, so we're going to be safe. And you can find it on giadavalenti.com. And you go on the bottom, on the top, there is a little bottom that is written travel. You go there, you can find the whole tour. That was the tour that we were planning to do with Perillo Tour this year in October because of the COVID-19. Of course, we thought it's not a good moment to travel. We want people to be safe. And most of all, we want to be enjoying the trip. So we don't want to keep in the back of our mind that we have to be scary about the virus and getting the virus, of getting sick and be stuck somewhere. So we decided to move it all together to next year. So, and I think we're going to keep more or less the same trip. The maximum capacity of the trip, somebody was asking, I said, is the maximum is always 40 people. And as I know that sometimes we can have even more than that, but I like to have a small group because I will be spending basically 10 days with you, and I like to keep an eye to give attention to everybody. And most of all, because we are traveling, we are flying all to Venice, where if you can come from Australia, wherever country you come, we're going to meet and congregate in Venice, and then we have those fancy buses, and we are going to be traveling, for instance, from Venice to Verona or Sirmione or Florence or Rome, wherever we decide to go all together, one bus on the back of the other. So 40 people is the capacity of 2 buses, which is easy. Also for, I always like to have my guests see stuff that normally big groups of people cannot get in. Like, for instance, in Venice, I take you to the Seguso experience, which allows only groups of 15. So I always have to divide my people in little groups, but they do it for me. Normally they don't do. And there are many other. We go to winery, we do some wine tasting and some special dinners and cooking classes. If you have a group that is bigger than 40, of course, it starts to become challenging to organize. So for the moment, we keep on 40 people. And with Perillo Tours, we said if it's going to get very in demand, we can do it twice a year. We can do October and March, which are always good months for people to travel. And I know you guys, and I asked also weeks ago which other parts of Italy, and many of you also said that you would love to see also the Amalfi Coast and Naples and Sicily, which is also in my planning. So every year we're going to be doing at least one trip, and maybe we're going to do one on the north, one on the south, because we can go home for years and years. And even in Venice, you can go to Venice 20 times and you're never going to see the same thing. You can go to Verona 20 times and you're never going to see the same things, because there are so many spectacular, and by the way, and restaurants and bars to go and gelateria with ice cream to try. And as I said, for the people that love shopping, I'm always say to the people of my group, don't fill in your suitcase with too many things, because you're going to end up buying things. First of all, fashion in Italy is much more affordable, because dressing well in Italy is a must. So all Italians like to dress fancy, and they don't want to, of course, spend their whole salaries on what they are wearing. So they have a fashion for a lower budget. Even the made in Italy, of course, is made in Italy, so you don't have to spend all the money for shipping and all over the country. So, and food is very inexpensive. So I'm always, when I take my friends and fans to this trip, they're always like stupefied about the great time they have, and how actually they're going to eat like king and dressed up like famous people without robbing the bank, so they don't have to go crazy doing the kind of things. By the way, I see a lot of people join in for the first time, so welcome guys. It's Giada Valenti here. I'm in Las Vegas with a background of Verona in Italy, and I go live every day. It's nice to see that every day I get people. And so I forgot today to ask you, actually, where are you guys watching from? Yesterday also we had people from Australia, Italy, France, Germany, Ireland. Antonio is always there from Ireland, and people from Germany. We had people from did we have Sunny Salt Lake City? There's somebody always appearing for Salt Lake City. On Instagram, there is always somebody also from Lone Tree, Colorado. Do you remember one of my last concerts that I did before the COVID-19 was in Lone Tree, Colorado. I like to call it Love Tree, Colorado. And we had an amazing time actually in Colorado. It was my first time over there, and it was fantastic. And I was supposed to go in Florence, Oregon. So maybe next time I take you to Florence, Italy. So I didn't go to Florence, Oregon. Guys, if you're watching from Florence, Oregon, I think I'm coming back in October, because everything is moved, right, JJ? We have a new date in October.
Mary from Spokane in Washington.
Mary from, talking about, are you the Mary from Spokane, Washington, that this morning made an amazing donation? The sister of Wes Roberts? Is that Mary? Mary, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that your brother told you about these difficult situations, and I want to thank you very much for checking my music, because Mary didn't know who I was, but Wes called her sister in Spokane, and she said, you have to check my friend Giada. She's kind, she's nice, she needs your help. And so Mary, thank you very much for your donation. It's going to be my food for next week, and probably 2 weeks of food. So I want to thank you for that. And I will be paying, actually very important, I will be paying my internet connection, because I said this morning to JJ, if they take away the internet, I'm going to be in problem, because I won't be able to talk to you every day, which is going to be a problem, right? At least it's going to be my problem, but I know many of you have been so nice. Some of you write to me the most amazing, beautiful comments and suggestions and things. And
David from Poland.
we have David for Poland, the country of the Pope. Oh, I was Papa Wojtyla. Hello, welcome to Poland. And talking of which, soon we're going to have also guests appearing from Holland. You know, I have this special connection. So I have a few superstars from Holland that will be our guests. And you're going to be discovering some amazing people that are superstars in Holland, in the Netherlands. And we don't know them here in the United States. But of course, you will know them after I introduce them to you. Tomorrow, I'm going to have an amazing guest, because, you know, I'm going to have Nathan East. I keep saying he doesn't need any words of introduction, but just to say something, if you don't know who Nathan East is, you know his music, because if you love music, in the last 40 years, he has played the bass, he plays bass, in all the records we love and know, from Eric Clapton to Elton John to Madonna, Celine Dion, Andrea Bocelli, and you name it. He plays in all those famous, all Davis Foster production, Nathan East on bass. My friend Andrea Bocelli, Nathan East on bass. Laura Pausini, Nathan East on bass. And of course, he's one of the founding members of Foreplay, which for you guys loving jazz music, me one of them, Foreplay is like royalty of jazz music. And we're going to have Nathan tomorrow. You're going to find out that he's an amazing musician. I can tell you, one of the best I've ever met, but he's one of the most remarkable, amazing, beautiful soul I have ever had a chance to meet. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be laughing and know more about John Di Domenico. John Di Domenico is a comedian and is an impersonator. He, of course, he had a lot of fame lately, because one of the people that he impersonated is our president, Donald Trump, and he because of the COVID things and stuff he did, he went even to Europe. He crossed over there, so everybody knows John Di Domenico now. But of course, he does also Jay Leno. He dressed up and he became these other people. I don't even know how he does. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to be talking to John. How many hours of preparation, and however he got this idea, and how he decided to, because he's very funny without being ever, how do you say, offensive, because that's you know, you don't want to create enemy. You want to be somebody and be funny without saying I hate this or that or the other. And so we will be talking to John. And then on Thursday, it's going to be a funny week. We're going to have Kelly Clinton Holmes. You're going to love her. If you're in Las Vegas, of course, she's one of our biggest celebrity ladies here. She's also a comedian and a singer, an impersonator, a dancer. If you see her impression of Beyonce, I mean, she's just the super funny lady that you will ever meet. And we're also going to talk to Kelly. How did she started to do that? How did she started to? Because I mean, I think it's easy to dream for a little girl to be like a ballerina, of a singer, of a piano player, but to be like a comedian and to be like be funny. Especially because Kelly, you will see, she's a beautiful, attractive woman. And suddenly there she is, making fun of herself and everybody else. So we're going to have a lot of nice conversation this week coming up. And today I was actually thinking that it's a special day. You know, every day I wish happy birthday to somebody special. Yesterday was my brother Roberto, and we had Bing Crosby and Frankie Valli. And today is the birthday. Listen to this. This is remarkable. I just realized. Doug Hartline reminded me that today is the birthday of Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn, that she was famous for Breakfast at Tiffany, of course, and the famous song Moon River. It happened that today is also, I don't know, Doug, no, a few people know, today is also the birthday of Monica Mancini, which is a twin, because so it's the birthday of Monica and her sister Felicia Mancini, and they are the daughters of Henry Mancini, who wrote Moon River. So is that fantastic of what? So Monica is a dear friend of mine. So Monica, if you're watching, I love you. I know Monica and Greg Field, 8-time Grammy-nominated producer Greg Field, who is married to Monica, will be my guest in the next couple of weeks. So Monica, if you're watching, I mean, I want to wish you and Felicia, your sister, your twin sister, an happy birthday. And you, Miss Audrey Hepburn, if you are in heaven, happy birthday to you. Of course she's in heaven. Audrey Hepburn, come on, the most stylish, beautiful woman ever, with an I mean, everything, and she did so much. Also, I was reading about her life. It's impressive how Audrey Hepburn was a superstar that did so much for other people. Talking about good soul and good people. So thank you, Doug, for reminding me of Audrey Hepburn's birthday, because it reminded me that how coincident. It's not a coincidence, right? Henry Mancini had twin daughters the same day that Catherine Hepburn was born. Of course, gazillion of years later, because Monica and Felicia are younger, much younger than Audrey Hepburn, and beautiful. You will see when I'm gonna get Monica. Monica, by the way, she's an amazing singer. I call her my own private Barbara Streisand because I love the tone of the voice of Monica, very clean and pure. Like and Monica is on her own right, is a Concord record artist, and she's been a backup singer for gazillions of amazing records. So I cannot wait to have one day soon, Greg and Monica as my guests. And since today is Audrey Hepburn birthday, I want to sing, of course, to you Moon River, that was written by Henry Mancini. And because I'm friend with Monica and Greg, of course, I was able, when I was in Los Angeles working on my PBS special, I encounter something magnificent about Moon River that became personal to me. In the house of Monica and Greg, there is the piano where Henry Mancini wrote Moon River, and they still have a home-written charts and the pen that Henry Mancini used to write the score. The score is still there, and next to the piano there is the Oscars and the Grammy. Henry Mancini, he won many of them, but also the one for Moon River and for Breakfast at Tiffany. And I was able to touch the piano, touch the pen, read the charts, hold the Grammy, hold the I have to show you all those pictures, of course, because Greg Field actually is an amazing man. He always say, take a pictures of it. It's just good luck for you when you're going to get your own. Thank you, Greg, for the inspiration. So without further ado, let's sing all together Moon River, that Henry Mancini wrote it. And then I'm going to tell you something funny also about this that will explain how spectacular was Audrey Hepburn. Let's go to Moon River.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You heartbreaker, you dream maker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after that same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and You heartbreaker, you dream maker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after that same rainbow's end, waiting round a bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon love and me. Happy birthday to Audrey Hepburn
And to Monica and Felicia Mancini, of course, the daughter of Henry. Henry wrote this beautiful, beautiful song. And by the way, this is happy birthday to you guys. And, every day I learned something new. So Saturday, we're going to be cooking together, friends and family. By the end of this, we will be able to talk. And me being Italian, I've been talking with my hands all the time. But now, thanks to Diane Fiorentino, I'm learning something. Like, I'm learning that I am a singer. So this is music, and this is a person. So I am a singer. Actually, Diane also said that this is the sign for beautiful. So she said this is a beautiful singer. But that should be you guys telling me, not me telling myself. But I know that I sing always beautiful music. And today, Moon River for sure was beautiful. And what is funny about Moon River, this spectacular piece of song music that we all love, and is like an iconic piece of music for Breakfast at Tiffany, almost was not, didn't make the movie. Greg and Monica told me the story that actually when they made the movie and they went, they do the first screening for the executive, and the movie was like 5 minutes too long according to the standards of Hollywood's movie. So the executive of the studio stood up and they said, "It's too long. Let's take out the damn song." Greg told me that Audrey Hepburn, elegant and beautiful as she was, she stood up and she said, "Over my dead body." So I'm always saying we have to thank Audrey Hepburn that has fought against the studio to have us hear Moon River. That became, of course, an iconic part of it. When I do my show, songs from the movie, of course, I have the screen on with pieces of the movie, and of course, there is the scene. Remember, of the guy typing. That's how I start the song, typing on his typing machine, and then he hear this amazing, beautiful voice of somebody playing the guitar, and then the video goes on Audrey Hepburn. They look up at him, and he says hello. I mean, that's a spectacular movie. I mean, Breakfast at Tiffany is kind of an iconic movie, but that is really what made an impact and to the world. That's why we remember Breakfast at Tiffany, beside what amazing outfit she was wearing and this beautiful smile of Audrey Hepburn. So thank you, Doug, for reminding me. Actually, I made Doug Hardlane my chief editors because he knows everything about birthday of famous people. So I said, if there is something happening tomorrow, let me know today. So he said, how can I contact you? I said, text me, email me. So you guys too, if you have news of tips of stuff, you do it already. Share this video. Keep sharing the news about the Giada Live with all your families. We're going to be doing this for a very long time. So I really very grateful to you. You are my audience. So even if I don't need your applause, I see you applauding to me every day. I read your comments, each and every one of you. If you write me message on my mailing list, by the way, that you can still join on giadavalenti.com, and you can join the mailing list, and then your email will go direct to me. I answer to everybody. I want to thank each and every one of you that make also my recipes. You know that one of my passion is cooking. I always talk about food and wine, and you guys like that I cook for you. By the way, I have a recipe ready for what we're going to be making this Saturday. I'm going to post it on my social media this afternoon, so you can buy the ingredients. And actually, I don't have a picture or anything, but I decided I'm going to go back to pasta. You asked me something, and there it is. Oh, thank you, JJ. I didn't know we were already that far. So I'm going to make pasta. It's one of the simple pasta that you can make, and it's very tasteful. It's with broccoli and anchovies. I made this pasta for people that hate anchovies, like Natalie when she was visiting here from Toulouse, France, and she said, I don't like anchovies. I said, believe me, you're gonna love this pasta. And she loved it because basically it's gonna be garlic, olive oil, anchovies, and broccoli, and they're gonna be melting all together. So the only thing, you're not gonna see the anchovies like in that pictures. It's gonna be melted in the old sauce, so you taste the sultry of the fish and the anchovies, but of course you're not gonna taste the anchovies under your teeth. So you're gonna love that pasta, and it's very easy to make. I made it with short pasta because you remember my theory, when I have like a big kind of sauce, so like the ragu sauce of that one with vegetable of mushrooms or peas, I like a short pasta that can have the sauce go inside, like you know, the pasta is going to embrace the sauce. If you have it on spaghetti, it's going to be melting away. Many of you also asked me to do a carbonara pasta, which I will be doing. Actually, I'm going to be doing maybe in the week after a variation of the carbonara that I make a lot of time with asparagus, which is delicious and becomes un piatto unico. So you can have everything. If you add that pasta, you have vegetable, you have meat, you have proteins and carbs. So one pasta like that, it will fill your whole meal. So I'm gonna make also that for you. And guys, how do you? Today actually I wanted to share another recipe, and JJ said that fennel are not very popular in the United States. I personally love fennel, so I'm asking you: do you guys love fennel? Finocchio? Vi piace il finocchio? Io adoro il finocchio. I do a lot of recipe with fennel that they are very, very light in calorie and in taste. They are very, and I have this recipe for this amazing like a dish that I make in the oven with fennel and mortadella and some how do you call some cream that I make. So let me know. Do you like fennel? Would you love to know and to make like a recipe with fennel? Is anybody responding, JJ? Do you guys love? Vi piace il finocchio, le ricette con il finocchio? So JJ was like, I don't think fennel is that popular as broccoli. Me, I'm like, I know. If it's not that popular, we have to make fennel very popular. First of all, it's very good for us because it's a white vegetable. It's very light. It's purifying our body. It has some vitamins that you cannot find in all other vegetable. And of course, I made a lot of time the Sicilian salad, which is like fennel and oranges. And here in this side of the United States, you can find the most amazing sweet oranges. So try that. You cut the fennel in small pieces, you put the oranges, then salt and pepper, olive oil and vinegar. You mix them together and you eat it. It's like delicious. The fennel, the kind of funky taste of fennel with the sweet of the orange and olive oil and salt and pepper and vinegar. Some people also add, in my family, they had black olives. I don't. I prefer without black olives. But that's the real Sicilian salad. I mean, I love fennel, so let me know if you would love me to teach you to make more recipe with fennel. What are they saying?
Yeah, a lot of people know.
A lot of people love the fennel, so I think maybe the week after that, we do pasta this coming Saturday, and maybe the week after that, I will teach you how to make my very famous, it's like a pasticcio made with fennel and other stuff that I put in the oven with bechamel cream. It's delicious, it's light, it's beautiful, and I teach you how to make it with fennel. But some of you were also asking me weeks ago. I made the one with cavolfiore, with cauliflower. It's basically the same recipe that you make the fennel. You can also switch and use the cauliflower. Two vegetables that are white and they're very not similar in taste, but I mean they're very similar in what you can do in the ingredients. What, JJ?
Remind people to go to Giada Live.
Oh yeah, so I just some people, JJ said, are saying, hey, where can we find all those videos of the food? You can find the videos back on giada.live. So giada.live. And you can find all the video with all the guests. I had some amazing. I always have. If you're new for the first time, on Monday and Friday I'm by myself. I take you to some parts of the world. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I always have special guests with me. I have some amazing one coming up. So this week I have Nathan East, John Di Domenico, and Kelly Clinton Holmes. I know I think next week I have also some amazing one. I'm going to have Michelle Johnson, is an amazing jazz singer here from Las Vegas. She's there, Michelle is there. So Michelle, you're going to be my guest next, not Tuesday tomorrow, but Tuesday a week from now. So Michelle is going to be my guest. She's an amazing singer, a wonderful woman. woman, and we're gonna know more about her as you know, as a person, because we all love her as an artist. And then I'm gonna have Tony Orlando join me. Of course, we all know him from Tie the Yellow Ribbon and from many mega hits. I don't know how many Grammy he has. And who else do I have? I have also somebody. I have Tony Orlando, and you see, I'm forgetting somebody. He's on the table. Can you pick up the paper? So I'm going to have Michelle Johnson, Tony Orlando, and I know I have another one. Then I have 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have the Bronx Wanderers. I'm going to have Vinny Andolfi and Vin A, which is the son of Vinny. If you're familiar with the Bronx Wanderers, guys, you're gonna love them, because you know, we love them. And we're going to have Vin and Vinay together. So, you know, Vinny is the father figure, that the man was history in the music business, because Vinny has really worked with all the biggest superstars we all love. And then we have Vinay, the young, talented guitar player, the funny guy. So we'll see what I can get out of that father and son figure. Oh, and of course, I forgot some, you know, and next week, so I'm going to have, it's going to be a funny week. So not this week, next week. So Michelle Johnson, fabulous jazz singer, beautiful, beautiful human being. Then I'm going to have Tony Orlando on Wednesday. We all know him from the music, but we're going to try to figure it out who is the man behind the music. And then I'm going to have Mike Marino, my dear friend Mike Marino, the Jersey comedian. You know, he's from New Jersey, even though he lives in Los Angeles. And I talked about him yesterday because he was my MC at my Christmas concert in New York, and we had tons of fun. So we are planning to do, when this COVID-19 is over, we are planning to do more shows together, Italian together. So we have to figure it out a way to combine music and comedy. And of course, Mike, I don't know if he will be able to share some comedy the day that he's my guest, but Google him, MikeMarino.com, and he does this impression, this routine about if we had an Italian president. It cracks me up. It's super funny. But of course, one of my favorites is also, he does the routine about shopping in Walmart, how entertaining it is. He said he goes there and then he tells this story about, you guys have to watch it, how when we walk into Walmart and suddenly we are working for them because we are scanning our own things and we are working. So I said, when did I work? When did I start working from here? So he started to, it's a funny routine. I saw it millions of times, and every time he cracked me up. And then of course he's going to tell you, of course, he's Italian. He's the bad boy Italian, you know, even though he's the sweetest of person, he has these images of, so Mike is going to be my guest. And so Greg and Monica Mancini, Greg Field is going to be, they're going to be my guest. I'm working on some celebrity from the Netherlands that some of them have already agreed to be my guest. My friend Filippo Voltaggio from Los Angeles will also be joining me soon. Of course, we all know him as a coach of Life Changes is the program he does, and he's helping many people to find confidence when the people are in a bottom of their life. So it's going to be nice. And he's a dear friend of mine. He's like my brother from another mother. Your mother, Filippo, loves me maybe more than she loves you. No, I'm joking. Mama Chiara, she loves me. She's actually with us almost every day. I know, Mama Chiara, you keep watching this one, but you never put the message. So Mama Chiara, thank you for watching. I'm going to have Filippo soon. Voglio salutare anche la mia mamma e il mio papà che ci guardano ogni giorno. My mom and dad are watching every day, sometimes live if they cannot sleep, but it's already almost midnight there. Se no ci guardano di mattina. Otherwise they watch back in the morning. So buonanotte o buongiorno, mamma e papà, depending if you're watching at night or in the morning. So good evening or buongiorno. I always teach you some Italian. Of course, I taught you benvenuti, and ci vediamo domani. I see you tomorrow. And if you're planning to come to Italy with me, just let me know. Maybe we can use this Monday and Friday to learn Italian. Something that we can use, or you can use actually, when we're going to be touring Italy together. Even though, you know, I'm going to be with you 24/7, so I will be probably make all the translation. But it would be nice if you can go to the gelateria by yourself. You can say, vorrei un gelato. I would love an ice cream. And then you're going to ask, che gusti? Which taste? And you can say vaniglia e cioccolata. Vanilla and chocolate. Or you can say fragola e panna. Strawberry and cream. So maybe is this something you want to learn? I can teach you how to make your order to order risotto alla marrone. Even though I told you I'm going to be there, but hey, we can do that. Tell me, JJ.
Somebody asked for more information about the cameo.
Oh, somebody's asking more information about the cameo. Thank you for that. I keep forgetting about that, because actually Cameo, I joined this website called cameo.com/Giada Valenti. There are a lot of people in the arts, singers, actors, social media people, you call those celebrity that even don't have talent but they are famous. So they're there. You can find, I don't know if the Kardashians are there, but probably they are. I know that the father of the Kardashian is there. The father that now is a woman. What's her name, JJ? Jenner? Mr. Jenner, it was a man and now he's a woman. He's also there on Cameo, but forget about him. You go on my page, Giada Valenti, and what I basically is the page is when you don't know what to buy, you want to buy something special for somebody you love, there it is. You send me I think it's $50. I have to give some percentage also to Cameo. And basically, you ask me, you say, hey, Giada, can you please dedicate you can even suggest a song. If I know, I'll be more than willing to sing it. And I'm going to be singing a special little song for the person you love with a dedication. Happy birthday, Maria, da John, or happy anniversary. You can tell me exactly, scripting everything you want me to tell to the special person. I will record it for you. You're going to get it, and that's going to be your present. And they cannot say it's a cheap present, like, for instance, if I say happy birthday to you from here, because you paid a little bit from that one. So it's really a present. And actually, it's a special present because you took the time to go to Cameo and to write down all this information. So it's a beautiful present. I did it for a few people, and it really touched the hearts of people because it's, you know, it's something unexpected, something different, something special that you do for them. So please, thank you for asking me. And if you wanted me to do that, you just go on cameo.com/Giada Valenti. There is a welcome video where you can see basically again what it is. I've done it for you, and then I will be very fast in doing it, and then you can have it and you can grab it and you can share it for whatever person. Mother's Day is coming up, so if you are blessed like me that your mom is still alive, and guys, si può fare, I can do it even if you are in Australia, if you are in Ireland and your mom is in Italy, or if you are in Australia and whatever person you want to do it is in America, you can do that. Some of you were also asking about the cups. I know, Antonio, you were asking about these wonderful cups, the Giada Valenti little cups. I've been asked, Neil Portroy make these cups with all Las Vegas performance, and you can buy those cups and they're going to be shipped to you at home. Unfortunately, they're not able to ship them abroad, so not even Canada. So what I suggested you to do, I see that many of you became friends here on the social media. If you have become friends with somebody who is American, please contact them. You can make your order and they can ship it to the house of whatever person, and then you pay the extra money for having the cup shipped to you, to the wherever friends you have in the United States. I'm sure that everybody will be willing to help. So if you want to have the cup wherever you are in the world, the little Giada cup. And by the way, I'm drinking on my cup every day. I want to thank Neil Portnoy for this one. All of you that order one, because many of you posted the picture. I know Lisa did it, Doug did it, Natalie did, Veronique did. Who else? I mean, I've seen so many of this cup. And I'm drinking the coffee that Ronnie Manicotti sent me from Cincinnati. Talking of which, by the way, Wednesday, I don't know how many of you are proud Italian. I am proud Italian. Wednesday morning, I think it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. What time, JJ? 10:30 Pacific time. So 10:30, 11:30, mezzogiorno, 2:30. 1:30 for the people on the East Coast. I'm going to be guest of the Order of Sons of Italy National Office. They are doing also like a live streaming once a week with a guest. And I will be their guest. So you can also have questions for me. You can log in on Facebook on OSIA, OSIA, Order of Sons of Italy, National Office. And they will be, I think it's like a 40 minutes interview, and you can appear there. The two ladies that I will be doing an interview with, they're very clever and smart. And so if you have a question for me, they will make sure that they ask me the question. So, and that's going to happen Wednesday morning at 10:30, 10:30, 11:30, 1:30 for you guys. So I think I talk enough for today. Happy birthday again to Eddie Urban and Monica Mancini and Felicia Mancini. Thank you all of you for joining me every day. Ci vediamo domani. I'll see you tomorrow. And so friends and family, I love you all. And I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. That's tomorrow. This is the sign for, I don't know what's the sign for tomorrow, probably this one. But thank you for your applause, thank you for your love, and ci vediamo tomorrow. This is Giada Valenti from Las Vegas. A domani. Statemi a casa tranquilli. Un abbraccio. Ciao a tutti. Non parte la musica. Ciao ancora, ci vediamo domani. 2 p.m., 5 p.m., ore 23 per voi dall'Italia. Ciao ragazzi.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Now I go, but I truly hope that I'll see you here same time, same place. And until then, my heart just say Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you same time, same place. And I can't wait to say again Dankeschön, 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 dear old Auf Wiedersehen. See you tomorrow. A domani.